So we're here with Sarah. Sarah's 30 years old and she's always been bothered by underneath your eyes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I do feel like you've got some volume loss under your eyes. You've got a little bit of volume loss in your cheeks, so we're going to take care of both of those today. Okay, so I'm going to first start with, I'm using a product called Restylane Lyft. She doesn't need a ton of volume restoration in the cheeks, so I'm not looking to over volumize her cheeks, but I am looking to fill in this hole. So you can see when I push in my thumb there, you can fill that hole. Okay, so she has been, here's a poke. She has been topically numbed and alcohol, so everything's been prepped, and you're going to hear that little gurgling I talked about. So what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm feeling where that hole is, filling it up with some lift, and that's going to support underneath her eyes. And so then when I go underneath her eyes, I don't have to put a ton of product. It's really important to get this part done before we address her main concern, which is underneath her eyes. Okay, so nothing crazy. And I'm feeling for that hole. Just putting in these little little threads. And you could hear that little gurgling. So Sarah can hear some crackling and gurgling. That's just the product kind of rumbling through the needle. And I know right where that hole is, so I don't feel like I need to come out and poke a bunch of times. I'm just going in at different angles and at different levels and filling that up. So I feel like I've got a really good balance in there. Still have a little bit of a hole right there. I'm going to come in and just drop in a little bit more of support. Okay, so there's the support that I'm going to do for the cheeks. Now I have to do to help in her eyes, go ahead and open your eyes. Okay, we're going to come just under there ever so gently, and I'm going to switch products. I'm going to use classic Restylane because that's what I love under the eyes. Okay, so you can see that I've done the little cheek. There's no cheek that's been done on this side, so she's got a little bit of a flat spot there. This has got that rounded support there. Now I'm gonna go in underneath the eyes and just drop in a little product. We're gonna have Sarah keep her eyes open because she's got these glorious eyelashes and they will block my ability to put filler in. So go ahead and find your fixed spot, Sarah. Okay. I want you to stay nice and still. Here's a poke. Like that. Okay. Stay nice and still. Good. You're just going to gently put in a little bit of droplet of filler in there. You felt that a little bit.
Yeah, I felt that.
So like it was like a little bee sting?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
a little sting.
So might not have had enough numbing there. She felt a little bee sting. Anytime there's a bee sting, you always want to give that extra check. Make sure that's not a vessel there, because the vessels can give that little kind of bee stingy feeling. Okay, you're doing good. Okay, here's a poke. Stay nice and still. Good. Okay, ever so gently. And the filler has the numbing in it, so that'll also help. And I realize it's a little unnerving that you're having to keep your eyes open and you've never had fillers. You're doing good. All right. You're almost done. Okay, focus on your breathing. Here's a poke. Good. Ah, good. Now it's usually probably pretty numb by now. And just dropping in the product ever so gently. You did fabulous. Okay, just check in, little massage. Okay, so we've done Sarah's right side here. We did a half a syringe of Lyft and then the half a syringe of Restylane under eyes. You can see where we haven't done this. So here's the hole in the cheek that I'm going to fill in. And also you can tell the difference under her eyes, immediate results. So it looks beautiful. Again, we're going to have Sarah keep her eyes open because of her long lashes. And then I'm going to go fill this hole in. Okay, I'll let you know right before I poke here. Okay, here's a poke. Good. Focus on your breathing. And we're going to fill that little hole in underneath here. Give us some support. I get asked questions all the time, why do I not use a cannula, especially under the eyes? I don't use a cannula because I want precision. And with a cannula, you're going to flood the area, in my opinion. And that is not an area you want just filler flooding into. The skin's too delicate and it shows everything. So you really want to have complete control on what we're putting in under here. And needles give me that precision. Okay. And if you're using a cannula that's a small micro gauge cannula, you have just as much risk of going through vessels as you would a needle. So it doesn't give you any added benefit to safety. And then if you use a larger gauge cannula, again, back to that, you're going to flood the area. So I know exactly what depth. I can feel the holes, and I can put the filler in the hole right where I need it. And also a cannula, they're usually long. They can be up to like 2 inches, 3 inches long. And so you have to start way out here. And again, by the time you enter the cannula all the way underneath that orbital ridge, you know, where's the ending of it and at what depth are you in? So that's my main reason for using needles. Half a syringe of the Restylane Lift is there. Now I'm going to go underneath her eyes and do the micro droplets of Restylane. Okay, get your fixed spot. Good job. Here's a little poke. This is Sarah's first time again ever having dermal fillers, and she is doing so good. Oh, sorry, I startled you. A little bit of, okay, little droplet there. On a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of pain, how's the pain, Sarah?
Oh, it's like not even. It's maybe a 2 with the initial little poke.
Yeah, it's just a little unnerving, huh? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting poked in the face with a needle. Okay, go ahead and relax down. We're almost done. Okay, here's a poke. Good. And anytime I'm doing fillers under the eyes, 99% of the time I'm going to use classic Restylane because I want to have control of the product. It's not too hydrophilic. It's very malleable. You're almost done, Sarah. Here's a poke. Good. Doing good. I'm just going to fill in this last little bit here. Just checking for holes. And I feel like I've got a little hole right here, so I'm going to go in and put a little bit more product right there. Okay, you can't see it on camera, but I can feel it. So, you can feel the hole? Good, you're almost done, Sarah. Here's a poke. I'm going to pop in a little bit more in that hole. To where we've got nice, good, beautiful. We're going to give this a few weeks to yield final results. Let the body draw in a little bit of water to it. Here's final results for Sarah with her dermal fillers under her eyes and in her upper cheeks. So we did 1 syringe on each side and we softened her orbital ridge. It looks really good, Sarah. It looks amazing.
I love it. Thank you.